Why do most men struggle to keep a woman engaged in conversation? It's not about looks, money, or status. It's about how you make her feel. Too many men overthink every word, which leads to awkward moments or complete silence. They freeze up, lacking the confidence to guide the conversation. And trust me, women can sense hesitation instantly. Here's the truth. Attraction isn't built on what you have, but on the emotions you create. If you can spark curiosity, build intrigue, and confidently lead the interaction, she won't just enjoy talking to you, she'll look forward to it. In today's video, we're breaking down 6 powerful questions that will leave a lasting impression on her mind long after the conversation ends. These aren't pickup lines or gimmicks. They're crafted to deepen emotional connection and place you in control, all through the lens of Stoic confidence. Stick around until the end, because once you master these questions, you'll never struggle to create real attraction again. Attraction isn't about what you have, how you look, or even exactly what you say. It's about how you make her feel. A woman doesn't fall for logic. She responds to emotion. If you can create excitement, curiosity, and connection, she won't just remember your words, she'll feel them. Her mind will replay the conversation because of the emotional experience you gave her. The goal isn't to impress her with achievements or flashy charm. It's to create a memorable experience, one that resonates with her on a deeper level. A man who understands this doesn't chase approval. He leads the interaction. He creates a dynamic where she naturally invests in the conversation. Most men try to mold themselves into what they think a woman wants, but real attraction comes from controlling the frame, setting the tone, asking the right questions, and keeping her emotionally involved. When you lead with confidence, you become the source of energy in the interaction, not just another guy trying to win her over. This is where Stoicism becomes your edge. A man who is grounded and centered isn't shaken by external validation. He speaks with clarity and calm, unaffected by whether she approves or not. That self-assurance is magnetic. Women are drawn to men who are in control, not of others, but of themselves. They don't seek attention. They command it effortlessly. When you embody this mindset, you stop reacting to her and start guiding the interaction, leaving her curious, engaged, and wanting more. Number 1. What's the most attractive quality you look for in a man? Most men try to impress, listing achievements, telling stories, or trying to guess what she likes. But the smartest men take a different route. They ask. This question makes her pause and reflect, and when she answers, she begins to picture that quality in you. Most men never ask this because they're too busy trying to prove themselves. If she says confidence, you display it naturally. If it's humor, you let it flow. If she values drive, you mention your goals. The key is to embody, not to fake. It's not about becoming who she wants. It's about showing your best self with intention. Avoid asking this too early, or it may feel like an interview. Attraction builds through curiosity and emotion, not checklists. Don't seek validation, seek understanding. A Stoic man evaluates if she aligns with his values. He doesn't change who he is. He simply shows up as himself. And that is what makes him undeniable. Number 2. What do you enjoy most about those close, meaningful moments with someone you truly trust? Most men default to safe small talk. Jobs, weekend plans, favorite movies. But surface-level chats don't create lasting connection. Women remember how you make them feel. If you can guide her into a space where she connects with her own emotions, she'll associate those feelings with you. This question shifts the tone of the conversation. It's uncommon, and because of that, it makes her pause. She'll reflect on memories of trust, laughter, safety, or vulnerability, and in doing so, she taps into deep emotional states. You're not just talking anymore. You're helping her feel, and feelings create attachment. The men who truly stand out are the ones who go deeper, not with pressure, but with presence. They don't skim the surface. They explore what matters. Attraction isn't about status or clever lines. It's about emotion. If she connects a powerful feeling to you, she'll remember you not just as someone she spoke to, but someone who moved her. Presence matters, but timing is everything. This question must be asked when the conversation flows, not as an abrupt shift. If placed too early, it feels intrusive. If forced, it feels scripted. The key is to sense the energy between you both. Wait for a moment of comfort and openness. Then, introduce the question with natural curiosity. Let silence create anticipation. Give her the space to think. The depth of her response will reveal what she values most. Does she speak about emotional security, hinting at a need for trust and stability? Or does she describe physical intimacy in a way that suggests passion drives her strongest connections? Her answer is a window into her emotional world. And understanding that world is the difference between being just another guy and being the one who truly captivates her. A man who understands emotional attraction doesn't chase feelings. He guides them. He remains grounded, never rushing to fill silences, never scrambling to keep her engaged. He allows emotions to develop naturally, trusting that deep connection is not something to be forced, but something to be unlocked. This is the foundation of true masculine presence. It's what separates a man who is merely interesting from one who is genuinely desirable. When you master this, women don't just enjoy your company. They are drawn to it, craving the emotional richness so few men know how to provide. Number 3, what do you value most in a relationship? A man who values his time doesn't invest blindly. He evaluates, he observes, and most importantly, he asks the right questions. Attraction, chemistry, shared interests, these create sparks. But they don't sustain a lasting bond. Compatibility comes from values, and one of the most revealing ways to assess that is with a simple yet powerful question. What do you value most in a relationship? This isn't small talk. It's a window into how she views love, commitment, and partnership. Her answer reveals her expectations, priorities, and whether she truly aligns with you. But timing matters. Ask it too soon, and you'll get a generic response. Trust, love, respect, all valid, but surface level. Ask it when emotions are engaged, when she feels safe enough to be real. That's when you get the truth. Maybe she values emotional connection above all. Maybe it's ambition, maybe spontaneity, or stability. Whatever it is, listen. Not just to her words, but how she says them. Does she speak with conviction? Does her answer align with your path, your principles? Men often ignore misalignment. They convince themselves that chemistry will fix everything. But a relationship built on conflicting values is a slow-burning disaster. If you crave growth, but she values comfort, you will clash. If you seek emotional depth, but she avoids vulnerability, you'll be left empty. A Stoic man doesn't settle. He doesn't cling to a woman just because she excites him. He chooses with wisdom, not fleeting emotion. So when she answers, don't try to steer the conversation. Observe, reflect. If her values align with yours, the connection will deepen naturally. If they don't, you move on, without attachment. Number 4, What's the most attractive thing in a man? Something that drives you crazy. Attraction isn't just about looks or status. It's about what a man exudes. Every woman has something that ignites her desire. Something about a man that makes her heart race. Her thoughts linger. Asking this question makes her verbalize her desire. It makes her reflect on the kind of man who truly excites her. But don't ask this just any time. It only works when trust and chemistry already exist. Ask too early, and it sounds like you're fishing for validation. But when the moment is right, her answer becomes a roadmap. If she says confidence, own it. Hold eye contact, smirk, let your presence speak. If she values humor, tease her. Keep it light, playful, challenging. If she craves dominance or mystery, she wants a man who doesn't reveal everything, a man who leads without asking for permission. The real power in this question isn't just hearing her answer. It's knowing how to embody it. It's in how you respond. A weak man will adjust to fit whatever she says, molding his personality to meet her desires. But a man who knows his worth listens, observes, and decides whether her preferences align with what he naturally brings. The chemistry deepens effortlessly if she describes traits that match who you are. But if she idolizes something that doesn't resonate with you, if she chases bad boys while you embody stability and leadership, walk away with dignity. The moment you contort yourself to fit a woman's fantasies is the moment you lose your power. A Stoic man doesn't ask questions to seek approval. He asks to assess. He knows he is already enough and doesn't bend to fit a mold that isn't his. Women respect a man who stands firm in his identity, who doesn't chase validation but naturally attracts it. When you understand this, attraction is no longer a game of trying to be what she wants. It becomes about being who you are and letting her decide if she's drawn to it. And that's what truly makes a man irresistible. Number 5. What's something men do that absolutely annoys you? A confident man doesn't fear a woman's criticism. He welcomes it. When you ask her this question, you're not just making small talk. You're giving her a chance to express herself, to vent about past frustrations, and reveal the kind of man she doesn't respect. More importantly, you're positioning yourself as different. How you handle her answer determines whether the conversation builds attraction or turns into tension. Most men either get defensive or try too hard to please. A man who takes himself too seriously will argue. A man who seeks validation will immediately agree with everything she says. Neither response earns respect. The key is to stay lighthearted, playful, and completely unfazed. If she complains about cocky guys, you smirk and say, "Good thing you haven't seen my last beach photo shoot." If she says she hates men who text too much, lean back and reply, "Guess I'll cancel that 5-paragraph message I was about to send." This approach does two things. It shows confidence. It keeps the energy engaging. You're acknowledging her frustration without making it a serious issue. Women are naturally drawn to men who can take criticism without reacting emotionally. When you don't get offended, it signals emotional strength. When you respond with humor, it creates a playful dynamic that intrigues her. A Stoic man understands that criticism is just an opinion. It holds no power unless he gives it power. He doesn't react emotionally or change himself to fit expectations. Instead, he sees these moments as opportunities to build connection. When a woman feels she can express herself openly, without conflict, she becomes more engaged. She sees you as an emotionally secure man who can handle her honesty without crumbling. This alone makes you stand out. Attraction isn't built through agreement, It's built through dynamic energy. A woman doesn't want a man who passively nods to everything she says. She wants someone who can challenge her, make her laugh, and remain confident, no matter what. If you can master this, you shift from being just another guy to the one she remembers. The man who is unaffected by criticism is the one who commands respect and ultimately holds the power in any interaction. Number 6, coffee or beer. Attraction isn't about rehearsed lines or grand gestures. It's about creating an effortless, natural, and engaging interaction. Too many men overcomplicate conversations, searching for the perfect thing to say, when simplicity is often more powerful. A question as casual as coffee or beer might seem insignificant, but in the right hands, it becomes a powerful tool. It shifts the conversation toward an in-person meetup, without feeling forced or calculated. The key is in the delivery. A confident man doesn't ask this question nervously or seeking approval. He presents it with playful curiosity, adding a touch of suspense. "All right, I've got a tough question for you." This creates intrigue. Whether she answers coffee or beer doesn't matter. What matters is it sets the stage for your next move. If she says coffee, respond effortlessly. "You love coffee? Let's check out your go-to spot." If she chooses beer, say, "Great taste. You've got to show me the best place in town." It's not a desperate plea for a date. It's an invitation to continue a fun, natural interaction. A Stoic man understands that attraction isn't about convincing. It's about creating the right conditions and letting things unfold. He doesn't overanalyze her response or wait anxiously for validation. If she's interested, she'll engage. If not, he moves forward without hesitation. The power dynamic shifts when a man stops seeking permission and starts leading. Women are drawn to men who create opportunities instead of begging for them. Most men sabotage themselves by overthinking and waiting for the perfect moment. But attraction thrives in spontaneity. A simple question like coffee or beer removes pressure and makes the transition feel organic, not forced. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. A man who leads with confidence and detachment will always stand out from those who hesitate. Mastering attraction isn't about memorizing lines, trying too hard, or seeking validation. It's about how you make a woman feel in your presence. A truly confident man, guided by Stoic principles, leads purposeful interactions, stays emotionally composed, and never chases approval. These 6 questions aren't just conversation starters. They are tools that create emotional engagement, intrigue, and real connection. Each one shifts the interaction beyond the surface, making her think, feel, and remember you long after the moment ends. But here's the key. It's not just what you ask, but how you ask it. A high-value man delivers these questions with confidence, patience, and curiosity, not desperation. He isn't trying to impress her. He's evaluating whether she aligns with what he wants. He's not adapting to her frame. He's setting it, leading the interaction, maintaining emotional control. This is what separates men who effortlessly attract women from those who struggle to hold their interest. Attraction isn't built through wealth, status, or superficial charm. It's built through emotional engagement, presence, and the ability to create a dynamic where she feels comfortable and challenged. When you master leading a conversation instead of chasing it, you naturally become the kind of man she can't stop thinking about. Now I want to hear from you. What's been your experience with leading conversations? Have you tried asking deep, engaging questions instead of relying on small talk? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. I'd love your perspective. If you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. There's much more to uncover about attraction, psychology, and self-mastery. Stay confident, stay in control, and I'll see you in the next one.